Silver friends, this is Joli from QuickSilverHair, and today I want to talk about authentically aging. Authenticity is something we talk about quite frequently in the silver hair community, and we would because we're embracing our authentic hair color. I have talked about it several times on my blog, and I even had a guest writer who shared her experience with finding layers of authenticity through the process of going gray and redefining her style and clothing. So I will link all of that in the description box below, but let's chat. This summer I read Norma Kamali's book, I Am Invincible. It is her guidebook to women, decade by decade, and her autobiography. It's packed full of great advice. I found myself turning pages and thinking she took the words right out of my mouth, so I resonated very much with her words and her advice. I posted one of her quotes to my QuickSilverHair page, and I'll read that to you now. I need my glasses, of course. I have discovered the power of age. I look at it positively, and I continuously work on feeling good about myself. Phrases like age-appropriate, anti-wrinkle, and anti-age aren't in my vocabulary. I hope that people will start feeling good about their age and understand that youthful beauty is wonderful but very short-lived. In fact, beauty through the decades can be redefined, especially when we are doing all we can to live well. Hear, hear, Norma. What I loved about that statement is, one, she's defining pro-aging. And if you don't know what pro-aging is, it was a movement created by the creator of Boom Cosmetics, Cindy Joseph. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us, but I think she really knew the importance and the privilege of life. She saw that when we were saying anti-aging and anti-wrinkle, that we were going against the goal, that we were running away from the goal, and the goal was to live a long, healthy life. The other thing in that statement from Norma that I resonated with was redefining beauty. So I think as a whole, as a community, we do need to redefine beauty because our culture is obsessed with youth. And the irony is that youth, like in the modeling community, youth is 30 and under. So what does that say about us if we are going to live into our 90s that only 1/3 of our life is categorized as beautiful? I contest that. I disagree. But I think that's what's happening, is that many of us as women are disagreeing. We are disagreeing that beauty is something between the age of 15 and 30. I think that's it, and it's not true. It's not a true statement. There are some of the most beautiful women in the world are 100 years old. Iris Apfel is 101, and she has defined what she feels is her most authentic self, and she's not afraid to show it to the world. So I think we really have a responsibility to ourselves to find out who we are authentically. So let's talk about authenticity. The definition of authenticity, according to Oxford, is to be authentic. Authentic is genuine, original, real. I found those definitions to be quite lacking. However, I get it, because the reality is authenticity is self-defined. It's personal. It's a personal choice, because you're looking into your soul and you're deciding what is you. What is the most real you that you can present to the world? That's going to be different for everyone. As a matter of fact, when I posted that quote from Norma to my QuickSilverHair page, someone mentioned that she dyes her hair. And I went and looked that up because I found that quite interesting that somebody would point that out, for one, but I guess, they would because it was on my QuickSilverHair page. Anyway, I found an article by the New York Times that the interviewer asked her, "Why do you not wear your hair gray?" And Norma said, "Because I don't feel gray. I feel this." And that is a true statement of authenticity, is I feel this. And I think that there are many women that go through life being defined by their parents, being defined by their career, being defined by their husbands, being defined by their children. And then they look up one day and they go, who am I? Who am I? Am I a mother? Am I more than that? Am I a career woman? Am I more than that? Am I all of the above? Am I more than that? And I think it's something that when you ditch the dye, it sort of becomes a little louder. It did for me. That's part of the reason why I wrote the posts that I did for my website. To me, authenticity means listening to my own dreams, creating my own song, dancing to my own music, and listening to my heart tell me what my journey should be. It is the best possible me. It is the me that looks good on me. And I think that's what everybody's authenticity definition ultimately is. It's what makes you feel the most comfortable as you. Authenticity isn't a goal. It isn't a destination. It is a journey. It is stepping stones. It is layers. And I really learned that. I really learned that, I started peeling back, say, okay, I took the dye away. Look, my authentic hair color, and I love it. I looked at my clothing and I started thinking about what is mine, what is me, what are the things that I really truly wear and love, and I got rid of the things that weren't me. We all do that. We all buy that piece of clothing that we think we should buy because it's on trend or it's stylish or your friend has one, and then you never wear it because it's not you. It's not something that defines your authenticity and makes you feel your best. So I see in the silver hair communities that someone will say to a friend or a colleague that they're embracing their authentic self by ditching the dye, and that person will come back to them and be snarky and say something like, so does that mean you're going to stop shaving your legs and wearing makeup and deodorant, or something to that effect? And what does that even mean? Why would I stop wearing deodorant? I think that means that a lot of people confuse au naturel with authenticity. And while they can be cohesive and coexist, it doesn't necessarily mean that my most authentic self is au naturel, but it could mean that your most authentic self is totally au naturel. Again, it's self-defined, it's personal. If a person dyes their hair for the rest of their days, that doesn't mean they're not being authentic. If they wear makeup until their last breath, it doesn't mean they're not being authentic. Those are things that make them feel their best. There's nothing wrong with that. On the same token, cosmetic procedures may seem like something that would be inauthentic, but in my opinion, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what makes you feel your best. For instance, I can't say that I will never have plastic surgery because I have hooded eyes. And as we age in my family, the hooded eyes get worse. I think that's pretty true for most people with hooded eyes. They tend to get more drooped and more drooped. I may at some point decide I want to fix that and pull the hood back up. That's a personal choice. But that doesn't mean I'm not being authentic. It just means that I am making myself feel like my best self. And, obviously everything has extremes. You can take anything to an extreme, and that might not be so authentic. But if you are living your best self and you are putting your health first and you are doing the best you can to feel your best, I don't see how having a little procedure done here or there to help you out is a problem. I don't see myself pumping my face full of fillers. That's not something I want to do to myself physically. But there are problems. There are things that people feel very uncomfortable with, and a little filler makes them feel better about themselves. So who are we to judge? Who are we to say they can't have that? Think about it. Tattoos, piercings, a green streak in your silver hair, those are all ways to express your authenticity. But they're artificial. They are things that you have done, and they were not the way you came into this world. But if they make you feel like yourself, if they make you feel like you're expressing some version of yourself to the world, more power to you. Go do it. Have fun. Enjoy yourself and let yourself shine. I think that's the biggest takeaway in authenticity is how do you shine? We can't talk about authenticity without talking about what authenticity isn't. And And to me, what's not authentic is denying who you are. It's believing someone else's version of who you are and living up to that. It's denying change. It's resisting becoming. And I think it is ultimately anti-aging. I hope you found this video enlightening and helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and my email list, which is linked in the description box below. And until next time, shine on.